Alright, so a new transformation called a dilation. So all the transformations we talked about last week, the translation, reflection, rotation, they all kept the figure the same size, just in a different location by translating, rotating, or reflecting. So today, like dilation, most of you have probably heard of like your eyes dilating. It's what they do when they adjust to light. They either get bigger or smaller depending on if it's bright or if it's dark. So they that's the same thing that will go on with what we're going to do like today. Um, so the first few problems are going to be um, what's called finding a scale factor. So how much bigger or how much smaller is whatever figure we're dealing with getting. So let's see if I can draw this well. There's an example that has like some like clips. I'm not going to try to draw that, but so the second one is bigger than the first one. And so let's say that from here to here was 8. And then from here to here was 12. And let's say that we were starting here and we were going there. So it's getting bigger. So the bigger number goes on top. And then we just reduce. And so we have a scale factor of 3 over 2 or 1.5. Okay. If it was the other way around, same picture, that's pretty bad. And we were starting all the way to the right, and so remember our prime is where we're ending up. It's the image, and the P is just the pre-image. So if we're going the other way around, it's getting smaller, so the smaller number would go on top, and we would reduce and have a scale factor of 2/3. Okay, so just pay attention to, is it getting bigger or smaller, and then do your scale factor accordingly. So then we're going to look at some graphs. So the way that we see a dilation is like that. And so if I had a triangle, to begin with, so 2, 1, 1, 3, and 3, 2. So basically all we're doing is 2 times x, 2 times y. 4, 2, 2, 6, 6, 4. Two, 6, and 6, 4. So you can notice that not only is it getting bigger, twice as big because it's times 2, but it's twice as far away from the origin. So this first point on the bottom, we went over 2 up 1, but then to get to the other one, we went over 4 up 2. So if you think of it like as a slope, we doubled like the slope part of it. Okay. So if we had this one, okay, and then we wanted to do a dilation one-third x and one-third y. So -3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 3, and -3, -3. Oh, I messed up this one. Second, the first one, -3, and then up 6. And then I was looking ahead. -3 goes down there. Sorry about that. Okay, so when we have like that figure. So this still means do times 1/3. I'm trying to look and see what happens on your assignment. So we basically are gonna, the fraction means divide. So that means divide by 3. Now if there was a number on top, if it was like 2/3, I'm gonna kind of come way over here and do this separate. So it would mean divide by the 3 and multiply by the number on top. But since in this problem we only have a 1, you don't really need to divide times 1 because nothing happens to it. So -3 divided by 3, -1. 6 divided by 3, 2. 0 divided by 3, 0. 6 divided by 3, 2. 3 divided by 3, 1 and 1. And then -1 and -1. So we'd have -1, 2, 0, 2, 1, 1, and -1, -1. And we have a much smaller version. of that same figure. Okay. So what happens if we have a negative? Okay, so if we put this on a graph, -4, -2, -2, +4, and -2, -2. Okay, so we're going to divide by -2 on all of these. -4 divided by -2, +2. -2, -2, +1. -2, -2, +1. 4 and -2, -2. And then -2 and -2 is +1 and 1. So 2, 1. 1, -2, and 1, 1. So it definitely got smaller, but it also rotated. Okay, so like these 2 points, you see how it goes through the center? Those 2 points are the corresponding points. So you'll have a few that rotate. Okay. Alright, so let's talk about like scale factors. So if the scale factor is a whole number or if it's a fraction, I think we can kind of deal with it. But what if it said 125%? So we need to make that into a fraction. So if I have 125 over 100, I could divide by 25, and I'd get 5 over 4. And then I would divide the scale factors by 4 and then multiply times 5. Or what if I had 0.25? 25 over 100, or 1/4. It's like 25 cents, so it's a quarter. Okay, so you'll have one that's a percentage and one that, or 2 that are decimals. Okay, so just make sure you convert them to fractions and divide by the denominator, multiply by the numerator. Okay, so divide here, multiply there. And technically you can do it in either order. You don't have to do the divide first. but it's much simpler if you do. Just the numbers stay smaller. All right, so you're just going to find the scale factor on some, and then you're going to graph some other ones, and then you'll go back to working with the scale factor again. Okay? All right. Have a great day, guys. We will see you tomorrow.